Okay, this Tory Lanez hit attempt is getting more weirder and weirder by the day. So we do have the assailant, but there's a motive behind this, and the motive is now being scrubbed off the internet for whatever reason. So let's go take a listen and see who Santino Casio is.
Medical Center here in Bakersfield, where it's believed that rapper Tory Lanez is being treated after being attacked by another inmate this morning at a nearby state prison. And breaking news here into our newsroom, Tory Lanez had actually just posted on his social media stating that he was stabbed 14 times, including multiple wounds to his back, torso, and to his face and head. He also mentioned both of his lungs collapsed and was placed on a breathing tube. But he has been since breathing on his own. He has that he is in good spirits despite being in pain, and thanks everyone for their support. So how do we get to this today? So meanwhile, we've learned from officials that the attack happened around 7 a.m. this morning. The California Correctional Institution in Tehachapi, according to California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. That prison about an hour away from Bakersfield. Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson, was provided medical aid after staff called 911. CDCR says that he was taken to an outside medical facility for further treatment. We are still waiting to confirm if he was in fact taken to Kern Medical here in Bakersfield. However, our crews earlier did see a medevac helicopter leaving the hospital's landing pad around 11 this morning.
Okay, let's stop there. Now let's get to who the attacker, the assailant is, and his criminal history. He's a bad boy. 42-year-old Santino Casio, serving a life sentence for second-degree murder and was previously convicted for an in-prison assault with a deadly weapon. So he has no problems getting it in and putting some holes in somebody behind the wall. Casio has been in the facility since 2004, was sentenced to life with the possibility of parole for convictions of a second-degree murder and first-degree attempted murder. Jeez, Pete. So Tehachapi has level 4. Yeah, so he's level 4 just based off points. And people are asking, well, why is a guy like Tory so in the proximity of a guy like this? It's a point system. Depending on your crime, normally with 3 and 4s, they pretty much do share the same yards. 4s, lifers, 3s, same yard. Tehachapi is one of those prisons where it's 3, 4s, lifers. So you're gonna intermix and mingle. There's no like separation like herding. It's not cattle. Okay, let's continue. In 2008, he was sentenced to 6 more years for assault by a prisoner with a deadly weapon. And in 2018, he was sentenced to 2 more years for possession and manufacturing of a deadly weapon by a prisoner. Okay, so here is the possible motive of why Tory was hit. It's being reported, now being scrubbed, that during Santino's visit with his wife, Tory was also in the visiting room, what they say, being disrespectful to Santino's wife, saying Santino, he could have Santino's wife, saying Santino's wife likes black men and he's gonna do things with his wife. Of course, like I said a couple days ago, in prison you live and die by respect, and that's probably the ultimate form of disrespect. So Santino did what he had to do, get his get back, because he was disrespected, and I'm going to assume made a personal mission to hit Tory. Now, the bigger question is, do the blacks retaliate or do a show of force just on GP? Now, once again, this is a personal issue, personal disrespect. What should have happened, Santino should have went to one of the reputables, the Mexican reputables, and say, hey, I need permission to hit this guy because he disrespected me and my wife in the visiting room. The Mexican reputable should have went to the black reputable and say, hey, your guy Tory disrespecting my man's and his wife in the visiting room. Y'all need to DP him, or we'll need to handle it. Apparently, that never took place. That conversation never took place between the two reputables. So it seems that Santino said, forget the chain of command. I'm gonna go get this guy myself for ultimate form of disrespect. The guy who posted the original theory or story, he's a Mexican, and I can't find his page all of a sudden. Last night it was up, and now it's gone. So that is what's being reported. Apparently, what I had a feeling, one of my greatest fears is that Tory was being disrespectful to somebody or being a braggart. Apparently, the story goes, Tory Lanez disrespected this man's wife during his visitation and said he would do things to his wife. His wife likes black men, and Santino did what Santino felt he had to do and get his get back for being disrespected. Take it with a grain of salt. Y'all have a good one. Peace.